Hello everybody, and many blessings to you all on this Thursday morning. Today is going to be the official episode 7 of Morgan's Den Chicago. I know in the previous episodes I might have misspoke a little bit as to which episodes we were on, but this is actually number 7. So thank you all for joining us today. I woke up this morning to a little bit of sad news. Turns out we lost a friend, sister, confidant, a person we care deeply for. It's been a huge impact in our lives, and it's sad, but they passed in the evening, so things are a little sad this morning here at Morgan's Den, but you know, we all move on to better places, whether you believe in heaven or hell or the afterlife or the underworld or whatever have not. We all know that we all hopefully end up in a better place when we all move on from this earthly plane. So I'm going to raise our spirits. We're going to, just a little video here, talk about influences in today's episode. The last several episodes we talked about the home and the self and the world and our environment, and so today I want to kind of dedicate this one to Doug. Dougie, we used to call him, who has passed. Sad. Sorry, I got a little emotional all of a sudden. Anywho, so welcome to Morgan's Den Chicago, and this is going to be episode 7. We're going to talk about influences in our lives. Morgan, I know she's running around here somewhere. I think she wants to go out to the patio. So as we talk about influences, you all know in the first episode I talked about Colette O'Neill, who is a wonderful woman who started her own Green Goddess permaculture plot of land, 3 acres in west of Ireland. And reaching out to her, I was able to catch her on a live broadcast, and I purchased one of her books, and during the live broadcast I'd asked her for a piece of elderwood and some moss that was on Cottage property, and so, not property, but the land space there. So she was kind enough to send me a lovely amount. So I got a little bit here in this package. She even wrote on it, this package was a lot bigger, but this is the piece I'm saving on the side. So dried moss and dried wood from the elder tree at Cottage, Ireland. How awesome is that? A little piece of Ireland here in my home now. Now mind you, this bag was a lot bigger. I'd say probably about almost as big as this book, if not slightly smaller. So I had a big chunk of moss in there from her. This is her book, by the way, Cottage in 3 Acres, a story of one woman's return to Ireland to in her quest for Eden. Talks about how she created this great permaculture design, living off the earth, kind of off-grid almost in a sense in Ireland, and was able to turn those 3 acres into a lovely Eden of greenery and earth healing energy there, and she is absolutely fantastic. I'll put her information down below. So this is going to be the book for the episode. It's called A Cottage in 3 Acres. I'm excited to read it. I can't wait to read it and then get back to you all on the discussion of it. If you all want to read it along with me, feel more than welcome to. I plan on starting this probably in the next day or 2, depending on how things go with my work schedule. I'm excited to put this piece of elderwood and moss into my terrarium, which because of her nature to influence and help protect earth and life, she has inspired me to get my butt in gear and plant some new greenery here. I got these babies, these little money tree corn plants. We got one in this pot here. We got one in this pot here. This one actually has a small little spiral starting on it. So when that grows up and tall, it's going to be lovely. We have this guy here who's just starting out. He doesn't have quite any roots yet, but I'm sure he's going to pop along anytime soon. There's Morgan. Hi, Morgan. Everybody say hello to Morgan. Morgan, say hello to all our fans this lovely morning. Morgan was a little sad too over the passing of our friend, but Life is good. We're going to continue on with the episode. So, I went through and I dug out some of the earth here and put this into the pots. After I did my experiment, I was able to go ahead and reuse this earth. It's eco earth. It's really great for terrariums, so it works really well with holding moisture. And as you can see, I went ahead and used it right in the pots, recycled the earth, and now it's beautiful. So once I get this terrarium reset with new plants and new growth, we'll go ahead and put this piece of elderwood and moss in there, and hopefully the moss will spawn off and grow inside of the terrarium. Say hi, Morgan. Hi, everybody. Hello. Morgan, you want to head outside and show our guests the lovely moss collection that Colette O'Neill gave us from Ireland? She says, yes, anytime to go outside is a fantastic time. Come on, Morgan. So again, Colette O'Neill's book is A Cottage in 3 Acres. She has several others regarding permaculture on how to plant properly and bring forth greenery and love and light to your space. So I recommend getting that book. But in the meantime, we're going to head outside and see the greenery that Colette has inspired us. So come on, Morgan. Let's head out here. So it's a funny story. It inspired me to also make a little video that I was shaving and my razor died halfway through shaving, so my face is halfway not shaved. It is what it is, but it's fine. It looks silly. So look here. So this pot here, this was in another smaller pot, but we got this one from a friend of ours, the same person that left the box of pots in the first video. This pot was one of those. So I went ahead and planted this little money tree that was in a smaller pot. Put a little bit of a green moss here that Colette gave us. So that's official Irish moss there, all natural from Cottage. Here is the second moss here. This patch is a bit bigger, so hopefully as that grows, we'll be able to pull off of that and put it into the terrarium or in some other pots here. And this is the other larger one. So those of you who don't know, these plants came to me. It's from a neighbor who was moving out, and so she gave me this lovely beauty here. It's absolutely darling. So the pot needed some more grounding, and so I put some eco earth in there and put some cedar chips on top to help hold in the moisture, and then that way it helped feed the moss, hopefully. So it's been a little bit rainy, a little bit dreary here today. So of course my fairy lights are on. Got a little water dish here. We gotta rinse it out from the rain. Some cat grass. We gotta fix that. Repotted the cactus. Hopefully this will help bring it back to fruition and make it better. And then we got our corn plants here, our money plant. Fun note here, we have parsley started. Look at that, isn't that nice? Kind of concerned that these guys were kind of done growing from the inside, but I guess nature has taken over and now nature is doing her thing. And I think Morgan just ran downstairs, that little nugget. So we also have growth started in here. I don't know if you can see the specks of green popping up. It's excellent. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Look at all that greenery. It's gonna be beautiful when these all grow up and have all these plants up here. So then our spider plant seems to have died, so we're gonna toss that and get another plant in there. Here's my mother-in-law's tongue, which was in a smaller pot, so we went ahead and put that into a bigger one so she could continue to grow. And so this was the pot the other plant was in. We went ahead and put the smaller one, a little more stringy here, put him in here. A little bit of patch of the Irish moss in there with him as well. Hopefully that will grow and that will spread, and then we can use that for further use. Looks like Morgan is over there, so she didn't run downstairs. Sometimes I have to like really keep an eye on her. She's always so curious. I can't let her get too curious. As you can see, someone's moved out and left some other items down there. Folks, and that's the thing, you know, if you're moving, always put your items available. If you're gonna trash them, always recycle. See if someone needs something. Small tables, lamps, what have not. Morgan, come away from that. Morgan. Morgan, come on. Now she's being a little snot. Okay, just don't get too reckless over there. Hopefully there's no chemicals or anything over there either. No, looks like it's pretty harmless. Okay, well, back to our plants then here. So, like at this. The patio is looking more and more lovely. So I also was able to obtain these cushions here for the chairs. Since it's raining, I kind of had them just tossed aside. Look at these plants, aren't these lovely? Look at this, all this greenery just popping up everywhere. I love it. So of course, you know, people influence us, and you know, and then they come and go. But we should never be too saddened. It's okay to mourn and be upset, or a little, just you know, just a little hurt inside. But we ought to remember that these people came into our lives for a reason, and we all come into each other's lives to fulfill a need and to bring forth the harmony and openness and idealisms of what is truly needed from one another. So when we lose a friend, it is a little sad, but we have to remember that we're all in here together for a reason, and when that reason is done, we move on to the next purpose. So that kind of goes back to the fact that, you know, Colette O'Neill has inspired me to do a little bit gardening, fix up my plants, make a little, maybe a little wholesome again, which is nice. I wanted to share that with everybody. Of course, you know, I recommend getting her book. And you know, we influence our lives as much as our familiars influence our lives, or their lives. Wait, I said that backwards. We influence our familiars' lives as much as our familiars influence our lives, and as people do the same, we come and go, so do our familiars, and it's sad when they do, but we have to remember life happens for a reason, and life will always return when it's necessary, much like these plants that have started sprouting, and these plants here that are returning from the sunless den. But yeah, so many love and light, everybody. Morgan sends much love and light as well. She's all excited. The weather has finally got its act together. It's actually not too bad. It's a little misty out here, a little cloudy, but it's good. It's good for the plants. It's good for the moss. It's good to get them out here and get them back to being with nature, so nature can influence their growth and help us feel better when we are in this area as well, to influence us to feel better. So this episode is about influencing each other, make each other's world better, make everybody excited to be here with one another. That's what life is all about, is sharing and knowledge, and all just coming together to commune, to be whole and loving each other. So be good to each other, everybody. That's going to be a wrap for this episode. Love and light. Check out Colette O'Neill's book. Make sure that you all continue to spread the love. And Morgan says she loves you all, and she's gonna continue exploring and doing her thing. And we wish you all well and many blessings, and take care, everybody. Okay? Love and light to all. Be well. Bye-bye.